Okay, so here's my scissor lift. I bought this on Amazon. I think it was 60 bucks. I don't remember exactly. And it's heavy and it's wide and it had pretty decent reviews. And more importantly, it came with this because there's one at Home Depot that doesn't come with the nut, the little nut and bolt and key. So you can raise and lower this thing. So I'm putting the scissor lift right underneath the black swing arm and right in front of the engine bolt. I also got these on Amazon, some Pro Taper tie downs. I'm gonna go ahead and tie the scooter down to the little scooter stand because we're about to pull the engine out, or we're on that process of pulling the engine out, and I just want this thing to be secure. I don't want it to fall over on me on itself. So rear fender, here's the rear fender. Looks like a 10mm bolt, 10mm bolt. That's the support bracket for the exhaust, and 10mm bolt. And we already took the air shroud, which was one of these right here. So let's get to it. And it is a 10mm. It breaks really easily. Yeah, no problem there. That's the easy stuff. Oh, the support bracket. And just get this around this hook right here. It's plastic. We're gonna squeeze it through the shocks. Yeah. Rear fender off. Toss that over here with the rest of the plastics. Woo, baby, you can see the engine. Okay, rear shock absorber assembly. Refer to installing the engine. I gotta take these bolt right here and this bolt right here. And that's a 12mm. Pretty straightforward. No trouble there. It'd be nice to get a new suspension. I'd be totally down with the new suspension, but they're expensive, and we just want to get the big bore kit installed, running, troubleshooted, running, tuned, and I know that it's working. After I know that it's working, maybe we can think about upgrading the suspension, painting the plastics, getting all the cosmetics pieces on there. Oh, it dropped a little bit. Because the suspension was holding up the tire. Okay. Engine mounting nut and washer. Refer to installing the engine. Refer to installing the engine. That's actually on the next page, 5-4, or page 184 on the PDF. Engine, okay. Engine mounting bolt right there. There's a swing arm. Engine mounting nut right there. engine mounting bolt and the engine mounting nut. Surprise, surprise, we removed the engine from the scooter. I had a buddy, he was in the area, he wanted to see where I was at on the project. We went ahead and had some tacos because I needed to eat some breakfast. And while he was here, he helped me remove the engine from the scooter. How did we do that? So, last video we were at the engine bolt and the engine bolt mount. The axle uses a 14 millimeter, so we have 14 millimeter socket and a 14 millimeter wrench, and we use the impact wrench. We use the impact wrench, and we used it on the highest setting. Setting 1, 2, and 3 didn't work. We just kind of gradually went up. It took full power, but we were able to go ahead and crack the nut. After that, we just took it off by hand. I took a rubber mallet and just tapped it a couple of times. It was actually really easy. It wasn't locked or stuck or nothing, but it slid right out. So we slid it out. We slid it through the swing arm and all the way through. And then with his help, we just kind of like raised it a little bit. He lifted it up a little bit and we just rolled it right out. Also, I was having trouble with the air shroud. And in DynamoUSA's video, he says use the biggest Phillips head that fits. So we found an adapter with a nice big Phillips head, and we used the impact wrench on the lowest setting, and that was just enough to go ahead and crack the screw, no problem. 1, 2, 3. We cracked them, removed them by hand, a couple other bolts for the air shroud, and we're able to go ahead and take off the air shroud. So sorry I don't have a video for that, but it's 14 millimeter bolt and socket. Used an impact wrench, cracked it no problem on the highest setting. Then I switched over to the Phillips, cracked it on the lowest setting, no problem. Then we were able to remove it by hand. So here at this stage, I think we're ready to go ahead and do the magneto. After the magneto, we're going to go ahead and do the CVT. And I think Chris from RC Scooter said leave the wheel on while I'm working on this, and we'll take the wheel off towards the end when I'm ready to split the case. So that way it adds a little stability, and you know, it just stands itself right up. I just want to show you where we're at. I got an appointment to go to, but after that appointment, I think we're going to come back and get to the magneto and the CVT, and we'll see if we'll get to the cylinder head and the cylinder itself.
No more emissions.